star. After looking through multiple files, I found out that the W selection is missing. So, I'm going to go to April May. Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Not in here. Maybe the bellboy. The bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water coming from the shower. La-di-da, money making, I've got the money making blues. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. Okay. Weird. The screwdriver's still there. The screwdriver is still stuck in the drawer. I better not touch it. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. Sorry, sir. I borrowed this. So it was you, my boy. Who is this man? It's a long story. I'll be leaving that back now. He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. I better give him back this photograph. I found this in Mia's files. So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there is something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Your hot gaze is giving me goosebumps. There's no point asking someone this crooked but straight question. I need some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Is something stuck to my face? Why, yes. There's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course, I joke.
You need not restrain your mirth.
My friend. It's okay to indulge my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not be listening. You're not making any sense. Well, how do you explain this? This is the only clue that we have. Well, here we go. I gotta make this one count. Mr. Embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found an article in Mia's docket. Miss Mia? She had a file with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Now, investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed me. You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be. Even a child could work it out. Mr. White, you didn't. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. What? Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that's you. What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case? I've witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quite cute. I told you I've changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchman, the liquidator, the killer man? What? Mr. White, this is another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously immense that they make you look competent. I think. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts, Harry Butts. Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murder, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. You won't get away with this. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right. Mr. Wright. Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Huh. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you... I explained what happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man must destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you? This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Oh, right. You can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. Oh, right. Huh? Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. beginning of a new century.
Yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse.
Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself. Tomorrow, the true culprit will appear as a witness. This is it. It's me or him.
Well, here we go. Well,
I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. What? No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of the story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not. I'll be defending myself. What? Phoenix! What? Okay, let's do this. Well, never thought I'd be here again. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court. Today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why did the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone is going to raise an objection about me, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't the witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss
sake, you confused. Name! These two are great together. My name is Wright, but my friends call me Blanco Nina. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Court. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. I better look for some contradictions. Let's try not to mess this up this time. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly persifying reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a beldam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Remember, press everything. Hold it! How do you know what time it was? Because I am always absolutely perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You're so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term of secretary again? For secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service at 9 o'clock. It was soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. Ahem, this is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course, he could not see me. He would need x-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly reading to you some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fay & Co. law office? Correct. That is the only window you see. And you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam? It must have been when you were attacked, I assume. Well, we see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the window, to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound. But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop. Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. Spiky-haired? what you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been taping the Faye office phone?
Objection!
Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim. She ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Stop with the blinging. As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail? Impaction? Don't you mean just impact? Ridiculousity. I think you need to brush up your language skills. On second thought, perhaps I'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too? I wonder. Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in there. I need to find something there. Some evidence Oh no! No! Okay, that was a false alarm. Hold up! The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, not to the left. Hold up! Wait just another minute.
Objection!
Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss Mays' testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, and you claim she did, she would be running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right and Miss White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? As Miss May stated, Leah ran to the right after she was attacked. What is this? I am not fashioning fabrications. I assure you, that lady ran to the left. I am sure of it. Then there can be only one explanation. And that is? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. White was standing. What? How am I supposed to do this? Show where Mr. White was standing? Here?
Take that!
This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point to him, it would appear that he ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That was where the killer was standing. Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of the courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rest
Objection!
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. I won't mess this up this time. She ran to the left? Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay, let's find some contradictions. This time, be more careful. Hold it! What do you mean by that? That is what I am about to explain. You Americans always so impatient. It does not become. Hey, buddy, you're an American too. Hold it! What do you mean, first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please sit back, relax, and try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then... Hold it! I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I am not hiding anything.
Objection!
The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me?
Hold it!
What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then what is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer? As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
Hold it!
Stop saying it was me. Okay, can you stop showing your blade? Really? But it was you.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do something right? I can do nothing right. Nothing. May I continue?
Hold it!
So each of you saw different parts. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did we pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice.
Hold it!
Again. So were you watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right way we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. There's gotta be some evidence. be some contradiction. Miss May's testimony was correct as mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. The last of her strength? Can't seem to find any. I have to keep trying. What about this?
Objection!
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work. Dang it. Hold on, I'ma be right back. Hey, just needed a breather. Sorry for the pause, but I really...
Objection!
Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
Objection!
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite.
Objection!
The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathetically request that there is no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness could care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out this now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. What thing fall? Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her with a single blow. Twop. Something's up. Twop, indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Yeah, you're not getting away. And what's with the expression? I thought you were perfect.
Hold it!
What thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Oh, that, black light step. Right, baseline accusations. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles.
Hold it!
Swap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, yes. Well, I don't mind a piece, you know. See, he's getting a lot less talkative. I'm probably afraid I'll catch him on
Objection!
Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Oof. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me exactly, when was it you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious you saw the stand before it fell over? So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right? There is a big problemo. Problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could have not seen the stand before it fell over.
Take that!
Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Greenwater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you cannot recognize the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. He's falling apart. Mr. White? Mr. White, you did it, didn't you? Your Honor, Miss Mia. Heh, looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix, right? What? Turnabout Edgeworth! Mr. White! I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo.
most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accused light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He was determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand at the moment of at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright, would you like to believe that Mr. Wright was the murderer? I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He couldn't have seen the flashlight stand there. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseline conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Cola offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident? And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct! That is right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix.
Hold it!
Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh? Right.
Hold it!
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Objection!
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Cola offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already gonna check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Co. law offices.